Okay, so we are doing the intuitive patterns for December 2021. I want to also say that this is the final edition of the Catalyst articles that I have written for, 20 plus years. It's got to be over 20 years. It's been really long. And so they're changing hands, and it doesn't mean that the Catalyst stops, but the format might change. It's going more digital rather than as a paper form. And so we're celebrating the end of an era. Greta DeJong's life's work of putting a newspaper that was about issues that were metaphysical, spiritual, consciousness-oriented, environmentally oriented, out into the very Mormon area of Salt Lake City, Utah, and it was a great idea, and so many of us have participated in lots of different ways, and so I compliment all the writers and all the artists and all the healers that have advertised and put articles in that have contributed to this beautiful, complex mix that has been Salt Lake City, and I'm grateful to be a part of that. So let's do the intuitive patterns for December of 2020. We stand at an interdimensional gateway that leads us towards or away from our light body. Sensations are heightened as the vibration of our world quickens. We have all been on a journey to expand our perceptions and heighten our awareness. Notice that there are multitudes of symbols representing themselves in our world this month. Notice the themes that repeat. When that happens, grab a book on symbolism or go to the internet and look up the deeper meanings of certain symbols. Know that the meanings we may find will be just the beginning. They are not absolute because those things mean something personally as well. Guides and angels are showing us things that align with our previous experiences, and now they want to expand and deepen those perceptive qualities within us. There is a doorway to integration and unification. There is a place where love is offered with grace, and together we stand in that space. With the card at Snob, we recognize that the mirrors of judgment and illusion intend to perpetuate a model that accentuates self-doubt and magnifies problems. Remember that some mirrors that are provided by others are projections of their own issues. Truth has an ability to break us out and help us stand in a doorway between the duality and the polarity of this world. While the world can feel helplessly caught in the distortions of the mind, know that we have inner clarity that can cut through it all if we intend to discover that which is bigger than our own experience. During this time, some will cloister themselves behind walls, clinging to their past possessions, beliefs, and accomplishments. What we forget is that the clinging to anything eventually distorts us, and we become ugly, miserly in the effort. Such constriction is ruled by fear and is not pleasant to observe. All things need to change and find a flow. Water that is not allowed to move becomes stagnant and toxic. We are in a powerful time of immense change that is not like anything we have ever witnessed. Clinging is the opposite of expansion and progression. Once we cling to anything, we have already lost the game, missed the target, and have forgotten that the game is not about acquiring, but about discovering our deepest innermost self. This month is a reminder that while the great sages and teachers of the world have tried in many ways to share the pathways through the density towards awakening, the truth is that it is up to each of us personally to find our own source and divine connection. Our personal path is unique and one that must be experienced to be understood. The past many years have been intense for a reason, and that was for the light within us to begin to burn more brightly than the darkness that was engulfing us, and for us to discover what our personal code and gift was to this world. We are here to give our love to this world. We are here to make life our meditation. We are here to dive into the desire realms of humanity and rekindle independent, self-reliance, and instinctual confidence. The Hermit card indicates that we are in a time of conscious withdrawal and isolation. But winter is the perfect time for such contemplative action. Guidance and foresight comes from stillness. Wisdom comes from recognizing that we each must learn to control the thoughts that come in, especially those that intend to disrupt peace. We are learning to keep our romantic heart, but to support it with a realistic mind that will not be held back by nostalgic idealism. While we may see those that need to express that rebellion, know that such actions are based on grief and a fear of powerlessness. Yet the medicine cards show us that even though we are in the direction of the cold and bitter energy of the north, Buffalo is strong and determined to keep us moving forward through the deep snow and down the mountain towards greener pastures. The lizard reminds us to dream deeply and to allow our dreams to formulate a new vision for ourselves and those we love. And the spider will help us cultivate the skills and proper words to unify the broken web of our nation and allow healing to unfold in the way that allows us to become one nation under God again. So once again, I send a fond farewell to the old catalyst and to the great people who have worked so tirelessly on behalf of a spiritual community that has transformed this state over the last 30 plus years. We owe a debt of gratitude to Greta DeJong and the amazing staff that have supported a community that was about unification, information, holistic healing, and balanced objectivity. Thank you, Greta, for allowing me to be a part of the Catalyst family. I hope you have a fabulous retirement, one filled with health and well-being that you so graciously gave out to the rest of us. As the Catalyst goes through this change, I hope to see all of you again on the other side as we shift into a new and more modern engagement to this great state of Utah. Thanks, everyone.